Okay, guys, welcome to the League SBC grind. I'm going to walk you through here some steps on how I'd recommend grinding League SBCs this year. I'm going to show you my club. I'm going to walk you around kind of the route I take when I do the lib. I'm going to kind of walk you through how it gets easier over time and why it's beneficial to store things. Now, if you're trying to make profit, if you're trying to make a bunch of packs, I'm going to show you different ways you can do that, but it comes with experience. It comes with understanding the market and prices. The difference between you breaking even or making a lot of coins can be the difference between when you choose to sell cards. That's going to be a huge thing in this video. So if you do enjoy, feel free to smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. I just refreshed the web app. This is where I'm going to recommend you all start off with. If you refresh the web app, you get access to the unlimited transfer target glitch. If you don't know this, you go automatically to your active squad, you go to reserves, and without touching anything else, you go to the transfer market here, and you can use this like you normally would a normal transfer market. However, you can bid on unlimited cards. It lets you do it in groups of 50. Then once you get 50, it's going to say that you're full. Then you have to refresh and do it all over again. But by doing this, you're going to be able to bid on a ton of cards. Now, what do I recommend you start with? We are going to do Libertadores. And if you don't know Libertadores, it's a League SBC. We're going to show you on Flipbin what its current price is and why doing it this way, it's not only going to save you a ton of coins, you can make a ton of coins. So if we go to leagues and we go to Libertadores, you're going to see currently it's about 27K. This price will fluctuate per hour. It'll fluctuate per day. As you see, there's different times where the prices get super high, get super low. So you want to take advantage of that. You have 4 teams. The top one's going to be using some golds. That's about 7K. I'm going to show you how to do it cheaper. Then we got some smaller ones that honestly you're going to be able to do these 3 teams, 33 players needed, 11 in each team, with 250 coin bids. So if someone wants to do the math on that, 250 times 33, that's the total amount of coins it's probably going to take you to do these 3. It's going to be way undervalued from what they have listed here. So let's get started. What I'd recommend doing is going to League, and we're going to go to Libertadores. And if you don't know, there's no quality filter this year for Libertadores. They have a rarity one for Sudamericana, or I guess rarity, not quality. They have a rarity one for Sudamericana. They have one for Team of the Weeks, all that stuff. But for some reason, they don't have it for Libs. And the reason why that is so good is not a lot of people know that you can bid on these cards. They don't know how to find it, which makes it really simple to win these bids. But it also makes it really simple to sell them on the market as well and flip them for profit. So what I recommend doing is if you just click Lib, you can see the current buy now of everything on the market. All bronzes are going for 250 within a couple minutes. If we go to 300 coins, we'll see that everything sells within the hour for 300 coins. Now, we are going to clear that. We are going to go to quality, and we are going to put gold. If you do this on console, it will not work. You cannot put in gold, bronze, silver in console. This only works on web app and companion app. So this is like a little tip and trick to take advantage of that. So when you do this, you're going to be able to see all the lib cards on the market that are gold. And we're going to get an idea of what the prices are going for. If we put in 1,000 buy now, you're going to notice a lot of cards are expiring. If we move that down, let's do like 800 coins. You're going to notice that a lot of cards don't have a super high buy now. Some of them might positionally or rating wise, if they're above a 75, like 78, 77, 78, 79, they might have a little bit more of a buy now, but we want to use these for more as bits. So we're going to put in 650 coins. We're going to pick up a couple cards here. So here's one, a 75 rated. We can pick up for 600. Here is a center back. We can pick up for 650. The most I would typically bid on these is up to 700. Essentially, we only need a couple of them to do the top lib team, but you still want some in your club. And if you get duplicates, you can feel free to sell in the duplicates for profit. I typically choose to keep them for the next run through. So you're going to place those bids. And then after I'd say you win about 5 to 10, I would switch it now to silver players. Now this is where the grind can go a couple different ways. You can, if you want to, choose to sell on every card that you don't need, take the profit and run with it. I like to store everything and sell duplicates. Kind of like we did the silver center back method, kind of like we did silver bidding in general. This is my way of not only filling my club, but after we start getting a lot of players in, it makes it really easy to get duplicates and then we flip them for profit. So if you're someone who's going to do this very short amount of time, let's say less than an hour a day, it might be a lot harder for you over time to have a club the size of mine. Currently, we're on over 4,000 players. I'm trying to get over 5,000 players by the end of the day today. So if we go to 250 coins, we do a minimum buy now of 600 coins, we can notice that a lot of cards are expiring without bids on them. Now, the things you want to look for in here are 70 rateds. For me, you can place 250 coin bids on 70 rateds. I typically bid up to 300 because these are crucial for doing the League SBC. I look for things like Argentina players that are high in rating. What I consider high in rating is 67 and above. Those are things I want to pick up too. And essentially, you're just going to do this to kind of shop some deals for those top 2 teams. Now, you can if you want to, since we know every card is going for at least 300 coins on the market. Silvers, a lot of them are going for 350, 400. If you just wanted to mass bid on every card, you could. That's up to you. I typically take a couple minutes at the start of the day, mass bid on these, get them in my club, then start selling duplicates. Do that if you want. You don't need to. Another way of doing that, though, if you want to get duplicates quicker, is selecting a position. Now, you can start with an individual one. Like, let's say you want to do center backs. That way, these might have the most value for you or the most best use of your time. Feel free to do that. A lot of these you can, again, sell right after the fact for profit. But if you wait for a daily SBC, marquee matchups, things like that, you're really going to benefit even more in terms of the price you can sell at. So after you kind of start bidding on those for a bit, that's when you're going to start getting a lot of cards that you can store in your club. For me, I have almost 100 cards on here, and we have a lot of duplicates. So I hit send all to my club, and I only had one go in. Sweet. All right, so we are fully stocked. Then what you can do is with all these duplicates, if you want, you can use this as a way to make profit. So if I go to, let's say, this right wing, 66 rated, looks like he has a 350 bid, but his lowest buy now is, holy cow, its lowest high buy now is super high. So he's going for 2K. I'm going to list this card. We're going to super undercut it. I'm going to do 350 start price. I'm going to do a 1,200 coin buy now. That's something that could be potentially winnable, but I'm assuming he's in a footbin solution, and that's why he's so expensive. So that card alone could pay for like 3-4 cards easily. And that's how I make a lot of my profit at the start. If you watch people like Nepenthez, he might recommend you just buy now every player for leagues like the MLS, the Liga MX, Eredivisie, things like that. There is a good way to do that, and he does it well. But I'm going to show you kind of why I like bidding even more. So take that price for this first team, right? It's almost 7K. If we go to Libertadores and we try to put in a team that has a 74 rating, you only need 3 golds. The rest can be silvers. Let's just hit a squad builder and see what we can do. So right now we get a 76 rating. It looks like we have a bunch of golds in a bunch of different positions. That's a little overkill. We don't necessarily need it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my high rated golds, such as a striker, and we're going to remove them. And if you want, you can just look in your club for other players to replace. I'm going to go in, select lib. I'm going to look for players who are lower. So there is a 69 we can put in. That brings us to a 75 rating. What else can we do? We have a goalie right here. Could probably take out. Let's put in 67 rated there. We still have a 75. Let's go to this guy right here. Replace him with a lower rated left back. Here's a 69 rated one. That brings us to a 74. So you can keep doing this with different cards as well. Like I might take the center back now. See how low we can go. Maybe a 68 will get it done. Nope, that brings us to a 73 rating. So we need something a little higher. If I do 71, that brings us to 74. So how many golds did that take? That took 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 6? So 6 of these. Let's say we got them for 650 coins. If you want to do the math on that, that is how much you'd have to make back in terms of flipping those lib cards or selling things that you get on from packs to essentially profit from the golds alone. Then the rest of these are 250 bids that we've gotten on players. Now, if we submit that, we get a gold players back, untradeable. So you might think that there's no value in that. However, this is where the League SBC grind really picks up. This is where you start taking the cards that you get from untradables and slowly over time being able to grind tradable packs. So if you wanted to, we could open the gold players pack, and then anything we get in here that's untradeable, we have marquee matchups that are new. They just came out today. So if we go to the live section, we could go take a look at what's there. We have a EPL team, gives you a small prime mixed players pack if you get that done. We have a Serie A one here, 76 rated, gets you a prime election players pack. You got a jumbo premium gold pack for this one, Liga NOS. You got an Eredivisie one here for a small election players pack. And then at the end, it gives you a rare election players pack tradable. So these are the sort of things that you want to be taking advantage of every single day or week when they're available. So for marquee matchups, this is something that you can take advantage of once a week. You also have the UCL marquee matchups that you can take advantage of too. Both of those will give you tradable packs. But then you also have daily SBCs. Not every day, but some days where you can take a look and see if it's available. If so, you can get it done. You also have player SBCs that might have multiple teams. For example, this one right here, you can put in an 82 rated team with an Inform and an RB Leipzig player with 80 chem, and that will give you a small Electrum players pack tradable. So if you get enough fodder over time, and 82, that's not that hard to get, especially with a lot of these end packs and league SBCs giving you a guaranteed 81 or a guaranteed 82, you're going to get that pretty quickly. So the more you grind this, you're going to find more places that you can put these cards, but you also have the opportunity to put them right back into these teams. So for example, rare players pack at the end of the Prem, even though it's not tradable, we could go into the second team here. As you notice, we get a jumbo premium gold pack tradable for having a 76 rated squad. Now you only need 3 rares, so over the course of doing a bunch of Libertadores packs, grinding those, you're going to get a bunch of untradeable gold rares and gold commons that you can stick right into here. So let's open that pack and see what we get. And this is where it's going to go a million directions too. So we get an 82 right here. It's not the Black Friday thing anymore, so our grind might be a little different. But if we go and click this little corner thing, I don't know if you can see it because of my camera, but we just essentially flip the card on a web app to see what league they're from. So we have some Serie A cards, La Liga, Bundesliga, French. We got a little bit of everything, and then we have some French duplicates as well. We also have a Prem duplicate. So let's see if we can swap these for tradable versions. Doesn't look like we can for a lot of them. So this is where the grind can go a bunch of different places. So this Bundesliga one is tradable, so I can send him to the transfer list. But we have 2 French cards that we need to put into something. So let's take a look at who these players are. We have a center back who's 77 rated and Slimani who's 76. So if I want to go to League 1 right now and go to the second from the top team, I only need a 70 rating, 3 rares, and 80 chem. So this is going to be the one I'm going to choose to stick them in. I'm going to go to quality, I'm going to go to gold, I'm going to go to common, and I'm going to go to untradeable. That way, everything I'm using is untradeable. Get rid of those first. If we have to use tradable cards, we can later. So after I do that, I'm going to go to my bench. I'm going to go to untradables again. This time, we're going to go to gold rare. That way, we can use gold rare cards that are from this league. And again, first use the untradeable ones. Then if we need to, we can do tradables after. So we got Fofana. We'll put him in. Looks like we got Kone. We got Rafinha. So we'll stick these guys in. And remember, we need to use the center back, which we have. And then we need Slimani, this guy, as the striker. So as long as we get them in, we should be good. Now, be careful. You probably want to get rid of 80-plus ratings. You don't need that for this team. You could use relatively low cards. You want to keep your silvers and bronzes, though. Don't use them in this team. Save those for the bottom League 1 team where you can only use bronzes and silvers. But I look pretty happy with that. I think I might get rid of the Olympic Lyon player. I might get rid of couple of these defenders just because I think their team's going to be used. You can save on a little chem too. We have 80 chem, so if we wanted, we can move things around, kind of eye it out to see what would be worth it and what wouldn't be. But we get a small prime mixed players pack from this untradeable. So sweet. We put them in, we refresh, and now we should have 2 less cards that we need to deal with. But we're still left with a La Liga. We're still left with a Prem. So from here, the next part of the grind, you can do a couple things. If we want to go do a Prem team, we can do a Prem team and make another pack. Ateta is one of them, and then we got Foth. We'll probably stick him into a gold upgrade. And if we don't have a Prem team ready, we just might stick both of them into a gold upgrade as a way to get rid of them. So let's take a look. What are the ratings? 75 and 75. Let's go to leagues. Let's go to Prem. Okay, so we have the top one done. We have the second team. Perfect. This is the Jumbo Premium Gold Pack tradable. So let's take advantage of this. We're going to clear squad. And a pro tip too, I forgot to say this before. If it's a 75 or 76 rating, what you can do, if you want to take advantage of this, do the same filter we did before, untradeable, gold common, but put the rating from low to high. That way it will filter the 75s first. Let's see. He gets in. Sweet. And then we get a lot of other ones in as well. How many rares do we need in this one? 3 rares. So this is where we're going to pick up the ones in our club. I'll use higher rares here, just because I think we have them available. We got a bunch of fodder too. Oh, I didn't do gold rare. My bad. Gold rare and tradable. If we can use some 79, 81. If we want to use that 82, we could. I want to see if we can get away with the 77. I think that should be enough. We only need 80 chem, so it doesn't have to be specific. Yeah, it's a 76 rated already. Sweet. Okay. Can we take away another 76 rated? Boom. So there, we put in our untradeable player that we got from that pack, and now we get a tradable Jumbo Premium Gold Pack, only using players that are untradeable. So the more you do this grind, the more stuff you're going to have, and the more it's going to save you coins, and then also give you things like this that are a tradable pack that I will personally put back into my club in terms of fodder, but if you want to sell those things on for profit, by all means, feel free to do so. Yeah, so at this point, what I would do from here, you have a couple different options. If you're lazy, you can just quick sell this guy. He doesn't have a League SBC currently. You could put him into a marquee matchups pack. We honestly probably should do that because he's La Liga. Instead of a gold upgrade untradeable, let's do a marquee matchups team. Let's do the Serie A one. From this one, we need an Inter player, a Roma player, and then minimum 4 players from the same league with 3 rares. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use an Inter player, a Roma player, and then we're going to do La Liga for the rest. So let's see what we have. I'll do tradable this time because I don't know if we're going to have untradeable options. So we need Roma. Do that one first. Okay, we do have an untradeable option. We need Inter. So if we can get these players next to each other, that would be perfect. Inter. Sweet. Okay. We can do right wing. We can do center forward. That should work perfectly. So you put them in. We got that taken care of. And that 80 rating is going to help us a lot here. Now, we can do, again, untradeable, low to high, gold common, and we are going to do La Liga this time. We're going to make sure we get the right duplicate taken care of. So you put those in. Check. It's Foth, the center back, 75 rated. It only is a 76 rating too, so you could put in some silvers if you wanted. I'm just going to make sure we get this taken care of. He's in there. Sweet, sweet. All right, what can we do? 79. Take him out. Let's see if we can get away with using some players in here. Now, this is where, if you wanted to, you could do, let's do second division, low to high, and see what's possible to use. So we have an untradeable goalkeeper. Put him in. That gives us a 76 rating. But we need 3 rares. I forgot about that. Do we have any rare silvers? We do. Okay. We also have rare golds as well. Interesting. Okay, so let's do this instead. Let's use this Jonathan guy. Let's use that guy. Let's use... Here's another one that'll fit in here. Burgos. We'll use the center back. So we'll take rid of that 77 rating. We'll put in him. Does this give us what we need? There we go. 76 rating, 88 chem. We get rid of some untradeable players from a different league. We keep Foth in there. That works, and we get now a Prime Electrum Players Pack tradable. So you see the different parts of this grind and how it might take a long time to do everything. You might want to be pressured to just quick sell that duplicate and just move on to the next step. But this is where you really start making a lot of coins. This is where the grind really starts paying off. So now we get to open these packs. We have the Prime Election Players Pack that we just got from Marquee Matchups. Let's see what we get in here. 85 Walker. There you go. Boom. That alone gets us what? 18K? Sweet. Then we get a bunch of different League SBC cards. We get some, silvers. That will help. We get a Bundesliga. We get an MLS. And just like that, the grind keeps going. So that would be kind of like the next step I'd recommend. Once you get the duplicates, you put them into there. You put them into the Marquee Matchups. Now we have the packs that we got from doing League SBCs. So we have the Jumbo Premium Gold Pack we haven't opened yet. See what we get from this. 84 rated. Literally just making coins right here. So then you can take these. If you want to sell the fodder, you can. I'm going to use that. I typically only sell duplicates. You have left wing, the left mid card. This is going for, looks like 1.2K. We'll list that. Then we got all the contracts we can sell on the weekend, which we have, I believe, hundreds now. We have more Prem cards. We have more League One cards. Looks like Henderson's selling for a decent amount right now. So we could sell him in a little bit if we wanted to. But we have more cards again to run through another League SBC. And if you wanted to sell these for profit, by all means, you could do that too. And that is only, what, off of one team of Lib? Yeah, we did one team of Lib there, and that's how much grinding we got out of it. Now for you, if you're someone who's just starting off this grind, you might not have the resources in your club available to do that. But the more you bid on Lib cards, the more you do the Lib SBC, the more you kind of get familiar with it, the more untradeable fodder you're going to get through the whole process of making those Lib packs. And it's going to open you up to be able to do a lot more. That's why the more you do the grind, the more it pays off. So then we store these in the club again. I don't think you can see it. My camera's in the way. But we're able to store 4 more. So here we're going to go to the second team of the Lib. And we'll be able to put in some more players. Can I do silver for this? No. Okay. Yeah, it's only going to select silvers if we do that. So we got to do just Libs. It's going to give us a 75 rating. This is pretty overkill. We're going to get rid of the striker. We're going to get rid of the goalkeeper again. And we could probably get rid of the center back too. And we're going to go in. We're going to replace them with some probably 68 rateds if we have it. We have a 69. We'll put a 69 in. Goalkeeper. Let's put in a 67. Here's another one. We can put in 68. And these are all cards we're picking up for 250 on bid during the day. Got another 68 right here. So that's a 71 rating. We can get rid of more cards. So I'm going to get rid of this 76 rated Cam. Save him for the next Lib run around. Let's put in a 70 rated here because we have quite a few. That brings us to a 70 rating. What else can we get away with? Can we get away with not having a single gold? 69. Okay, can we get a higher rated goalkeeper? Because if we don't get a gold in here, that's going to make it where this whole SBC only costs us $250 a player. Maybe some we have a 300 bid or a 300 buy now. But besides that, we are sitting pretty. So we only need 95 chem. Let's do this. Let's go to our bench and see what we have high rating wise in here. There we go. Jumbo gold pack from that. So then from there, you can open this pack straight away. I typically do. Jumbo gold pack. What does that get you? Get you an 84 Trippier. Literally, this is the grind, dudes. It's this simple. If you want to sell them on the market, you can. I'm going to use them as fodder. We get, once again, more League SBC cards. Get more positions. 2 right wing to right mids. How much are these going for? $1.5K maybe? We're selling for 1.5. So that alone, 3K for these total. And you can just see how easy it is to have this money start stacking up for you. Again, it might take you a little bit to get to the point where you start getting duplicates like I do. if you're storing everything. But trust me, it starts paying off eventually. You start getting into a lot of profit. So even with these, I don't want to sell these right away. I typically put them on my transfer list just in case we need something. And we also can check prices later to see if it's a good point. Then from here, the next step I'd recommend if you're doing these two teams, you got kind of two options you can do. So sometimes it's better to go on console, but what I'll typically do is I'll look in the lib section and I'll go team by team, maybe starting from the bottom, and we'll see which clubs we have a lot of players from. This one, it looks like we have a decent amount. I think it is the strongest is the one we typically have the most from. Yeah, the strongest we're pretty good with. So I'm going to go use squad builder because you need all of them from the same team. We're going to go to the strongest. Again, you could set up a bidding filter during the day or whenever you're bidding on cards. If you wanted to make sure that you're bidding on a single team quite a bit to make sure you take care of that requirement, you can. It's not necessarily needed, but as you see here, we already have a 64 rating. We got most of the players we needed. So now here, I noticed that we only need 95 chem. We got many strikers. So what I'll do is we will see if we can save chem anywhere. If we do center back at the CDM and CDM at the center mid, can we put a striker in goal? If not, that's fine. No, that doesn't give us enough. So we'll just end up buying a goalkeeper here. That should take care of it. So if we go to lib, we go to the strongest team. We try to buy a goalkeeper. I think they're going to be going for about 300 coins right now, maybe 350. Yep, goalkeeper right there. Two of them. Pick this one. I think both work rating-wise. Put them in. We got that team done right there. So now we could probably save on that center back again. Yeah, there we go. And from that, we get an Electrum Players Pack. Now from this, it's untradeable, so we open it up. We're going to get us 12 players. 6 are going to be gold, 6 are going to be silver, and 1's rare. So if you're someone who needs cards to do the lower teams of the top league SBCs, I'm talking Prem, I'm talking League 1, Serie A, this is where you're going to get a lot of that fodder. You're probably not someone who loves spending 2K on a silver or a bronze, especially now that marquee matchups made the Prem cards expensive. It's probably going to be pretty expensive to try to get those cards at this point. So if you can get them untradeable from here, that's going to be great. Another board right there, an 84 rated. Duplicate. I'm hoping he's tradable. Doesn't look like he is. So I'm going to show you what we do with those then. And that's essentially like, I could just do this forever, man. All these, for the most part, look like we have a tradable version in there. We'll store those there. So this guy would be another one we can put into marquee matchups if we wanted to knock out another team. We got Tielemans here. What can we put Tielemans into? We have the Moments duo. That looked like it'd be good. We have a player pick. Nothing's really out right now. I kind of just want to put into this to see what we get, though. So let's do that. Let's put Tielemans into here. So we'll go with untradables. We'll go to golds, and we'll go to gold rare. We'll put Tielemans in, and then from there, we'll go to commons, see what commons we have, see if we can get a bunch of 82s and 81s into there. And that should take care of most of the rating. So we'll do that. Do gold common. What do we need? 75 chem. So we probably want to go Prem heavy. Let's see. We got Danilo. We got ourselves a... Oh, we'll be able to get quite a bit of chem from this. These three. Danilo will put at right mid. There we get some chem. Here we can break off to like a Prem back line almost. Again, I'm going to try to only use untradeable cards. I don't want to touch my tradables if I can. Do we have any Prem in here that we can do? We have some. La Liga we might be able to stick in. So let's do that. We'll put that as like the back line here. And chat right now, we're recording a video, so I'll get back to reading you guys after we're done with this. If you're wondering why I'm ignoring you, I'm trying not to, but we're recording right now. So yeah, so that's going to be that right there. Then if we wanted to from here, we can go to untradables. We can go to gold rare. We can go to, let's do Prem. And we'll select Prems that are, what do you think would be good? 83 maybe? There we go. So that gives us 75 rating. And we should be good for the most part. As long as we do Prem for the rest of this. We'll do tradable now. As long as we get some other cards in here, we should have that 82 rating taken care of. Matip. Put Sean. That's going to be overkill. We don't need Shaw. Let's do untradeable again. Let's do Davies. That brings us to an 80. Can we get away with using an 83? Oh, are we not going to have the chem? What is it, 75? So it's an 81. What can we do? Can we use a La Liga board? Do we have a La Liga board? We do. So this is where you can play little games and see if you have stuff. If you don't, you can buy some. It's up to you at the end of the day. You could just speed through this too. Whatever your goal is. So we do have some 82s here. That could help us. Let's see if we get chem from that though. We get a center back. Boom. There we go. 82, 76 rating. And from that, we use the duplicate Tielemans. For the most part, we use mostly untradeable players. I think only a couple of these are actually tradable. Submit that. Get rid of him. We get ourselves now a player pick. Now, if you did this during a promo, that would be better. I don't think anything's really out right now. But for the sake of this video, there is a PK that we can pick up. I thought we had a PK for a second, so that would have been bad. So now we got the Scholes. Now what I would do with him is I would put him into another marquee matchups team. But this is going to be where we end the video. I could just keep doing this nonstop. Like, there would never be an end point of this. If I was off stream doing this in my free time, it would be this over and over. It would be another duplicate. You go do something with that duplicate. If you don't have an option to do something with that duplicate, maybe a quick sell it, or if it's tradable, you just take the coins. And then from there, we just do it again. We go team to team, start getting duplicates, you see what you can put it into. Where you're going to start running into some issues, and that's why something like the Lib is so important, is if you go to League SBCs, you're going to notice with the Prem, top two teams we did, super easy. Could use mostly golds. This team, pretty easy too. 71 rated. You're going to get a small prime mixed players pack. Sweet. But once you get to this one, this is where you're going to need those 7 players that are bronze or silver. 63 rating. Doesn't really matter. It's not going to impact you too much. You can use some golds into there. But max from one club, you can only have a player from each club. So this is where things are going to get a little bit expensive. If you knock through Lib enough and keep focusing on the Lib, I don't know what my club's currently looking like. Let's look at Prem. What do we have? We have quite a few tradable silvers, it looks like. And then we have some tradable bronzes. Now, obviously, we probably don't have enough to do this right now. We might have to buy a couple off the market or keep grinding a little bit more. But this is where you start splitting again, and it's up to you. If you want to be someone who takes the 2 to 3K snipe on a player or two, and that helps you finish this out, and you could then get that pack, potentially pack something from it, make even more profit from there, or get that untradeable pack at the end. It's a 50K pack, right? Rare players pack. Then you could get some crazy board from there or some promo card, and you can be happy. And then if you get duplicates from that, you just put it into something else. You put it into a player SBC, daily SBC, and you just kind of keep doing that unlimited times. Now, if we take a look at our club, we were at 4,005 players. When we started, I don't know how many we're at. I think we're at around the same amount. So whatever players we ended up putting into our club, we kind of got back, whether tradable or untradeable. We sold some stuff on. We obviously have some boards in our club, tradable stuff as well. And then we also have all the consumables that I haven't even touched yet. So we, looks like from these packs alone, we got 6 contracts for rare players, 18 rare manager contracts. These contracts, we got a bunch of silver player ones as well from earlier. So all these are going to be extra profit. We have all the chem styles we can sell on. We have all the... Wait, is that a tradable? Are these tradable hunters? Yo, let's go. Hold on. Don't mind if I do. 48. Got some engines. Do the engines sell? We'll sell them later. But yeah, that's literally bonus stuff too. Consumables, crazy value. We got a bunch of position changes. Now, I sold on some cams to center mids before. Those are pretty expensive. But you have some like this too, where they're going for like 1.5K a pop. So make sure you guys are checking for these things. These are the sort of thing that can make you a lot of coins over time as well. But also too, just as important as making new coins, depending on when you sell these, could be the difference of making couple hundred more coins per card or a couple hundred coins less per card. And you might not think that's a big deal now, especially with profit being profit. If you open that pack and you were already in the profit, you're fine selling that card at 1.2K. Sweet, take that 1.2K. In your head, you might be happy. But for me, if I wasn't recording this video, I might say to myself, you know what? I'm going to leave it in my club. I kind of know the price range from watching it a bit. If this goes to 1.5 and I have like 30 of these, that's going to be way more money down the line. Or you might be saying to yourself again, oh, that doesn't seem like a lot. Is it really worth that time? That's the same reason we say with our bidding, right? Is it worth selling these right now for like 300 to 350 coins? Buy now, or are we going to hold them until we can get more from it? For example, this card goes for 400 coins within the hour. It might take the whole hour to sell. I'm not going to sell that right now. If anything, I'm going to use it in an SBC. I'm going to keep doing the lib with it. But I'm also going to wait too until these lib cards go up more in value. We'll flip those for even more profit. We're picking them up for 250. So if we flip them for 500 coins, we're doubling our coins. And that is how I essentially make profit on the League SBC. That's how I start getting more things in my club. We got a bunch of tradable stuff too. I could literally record this video for days, just how beneficial this whole grind can be for you if done correctly. And I think at the moment, I'm very happy with how I've done the SBC. Now, if you have suggestions, comments, concerns, leave them down below in this video if you're still watching at this point. I appreciate you. I'm live streaming, so I'm going to get back to live streaming. Thank you. If you enjoyed, feel free to smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. Catch you next time. It's been your boy MumboElite. I'm out. God bless.